So guys, thank you so much for joining. Really, really excited about tonight's call. Hi Pascali, I've literally lost my voice, so I'm so sorry. I'm going to let the girls do a lot of the speaking tonight. I actually left my voice in the convention centre. It was just absolutely fabulous, guys. We're so excited to share with you some top tips and nuggets from the weekend. I'm not going to lie, feeling a little bit ropey. Had an absolutely wild time last night. It was amazing. And I'd just like to say for everybody that came, you looked amazing last night. What an incredible turnout all of our fancy dress was. I'm going to nominate Jeanette as the best dressed at the whole convention. She was amazing. She literally didn't break character all night. Like every time I saw her, she had that fag in her mouth, dressed up as Patsy. She looked amazing. Jeanette, you were so good.
Did
someone say something?
Amazing.
Who's that? Did someone say something?
Oh no, it's me. I was typing it, but I said it as I was typing it.
You do that speaker thing where you're speaking and talking at the same time. But yeah, she was amazing, wasn't she? So guys, we're so excited. Like, this convention was absolutely amazing. It just felt so incredible to be back together. So I'd really just love to give everybody a shout out that came, and for anybody that wasn't there, we were thinking of you, and we really hope that you can come along to the next one, because it was, you know, it's really where you feel. It's where you feel that togetherness. It's where you feel that you're truly a part of something. It's such an important part of this business, you know, getting together, the conversations, you know, the golden nuggets, the lessons you learn. But just for me, like my most favorite thing about convention is just being with everybody, creating new memories, you know, spending time together. You know, some of you girls love making reels, some of us, you know, just love a bit of a party. Like, it's just, you just go and do and, you know, fall into your true self, and it's just such a great time. So what we're going to do tonight is we're actually going to spread the call over 2 weeks, just because a lot of the girls who have traveled back aren't, you know, they haven't seen their families. So what we're going to do is we're going to hear from some of the girls tonight, and then we're going to hear from some next week. I'm not actually going to say too much tonight because my voice is pretty much going again and I'm struggling a bit. So Ames, do you just want to jump on and say hey?
Hello everyone. Oh Millie, your poor voice, it sounds like really painful, bless you. So
it's genuinely not painful. Like, I don't feel ill. It's just like, from when I'm been talking so much over the music, it's just gone.
Yeah, I hope I'm sure you'll get better soon with your voice will come back soon in no time. Thanks, so yeah, guys, it was just absolutely amazing. Just like Millie said, really, just convention's amazing. To be with everybody, that's what I love. It's just being with everybody, you know, having dinner together, having drinks together, sitting together at the convention, just partying, you know, like doing Zumba with the girls and partying at the party, getting ready, doing reels together, you know, and just actually being able to like sit together with our phones and being able to like show people in the team, like if they're struggling with anything. Like, I know that Mum was teaching some of her guys all about reels, and actually just being able to sit down with people and being able to do that together is what I love. You know, it's just, I just love it. I just love spending time with you guys. So yeah, it was just so much fun. Like, we had so many photos together as well, didn't we? And yeah, just had an absolute ball. Like, the party was insane. I literally say this every time, and I know more and more of you are saying it now that you've been to some of these more of these parties, but there literally is no party like a Juice Plus party. It was absolutely insane. And so many of you as well, like, got photos with, you know, like your inspirations in the business, you know, other leaders, which is I think it's just amazing. You know, getting photos of Simon Bowler, John Holowati, which is just insane. So absolutely incredible. Well done to all of you that could make it. And all I'm going to say is the next event now is in Liverpool in January. I think it's the 21st of January. So get that date saved and get your ticket if you can. Yeah, it is. It's Saturday the 21st of January in Liverpool, which is just, so that's like the next event now. And then they usually will do another convention around the springtime. So we don't know when or where that is yet. As soon as that's announced, obviously you'll know and we'll let you know. But that's the next event now. Is, well, obviously we've got the Birmingham Christmas party as well in December. But like the next like proper event is, I would say, like all roads now lead to Liverpool in January. So really drive that. Get your tickets if you haven't got your ticket. I've not booked a hotel yet, so what we can maybe do is, if you are going to stay over, then we can try and all stay at the same hotel again. We'll have to stay over a night because it's quite a long drive for us, so we'll have to stay over. And so yeah, it's just going to be so good. So all roads now lead to January, and just think, like, get yourself there and think, who do you want to be bringing with you to this next event? Because that's what we've got to try and do now, is bring more and more people back with us each time to these events, because that's really where the power is. So yeah, it's a really, really exciting time. So are we going to go to some speakers who wants to share some of their takeaways from the convention?
I think Joe's going to go first because she needs to go and do bedtime with the kids. So I'm going to unmute Joe.
Hello.
Hi, lovely. How are you?
I'm good. I can't believe I've not slept yet. I've had less than 5 hours sleep, and
on the
I've
floor.
not even had a nap.
So Joe didn't have a hotel room, so we were just like, oh, just come and stay with us. So she bought her airbed, but she forgot the plug to plug the airbed. so
I slept on the floor.
I kept saying, get in the bed, and she was like, nope, I'm sleeping on the floor, bless her. You could have snuggled in with us.
It was fine. It was fine. It is what it is. I had a few drinks, so it's fine.
Cool. So Joe, do you just want to share like your top like takeaways from the weekend?
Yeah, so I really enjoyed all the speakers. Like, I took so much from each and every one of them, but Amanda King and Kelly Quick, I really related to them, being a mum, and they gave some really good advice and tips and stuff, and just saying, like, you know, do your DMO in the morning, get the harder things done first so it's out the way and you're not thinking about it all day. So if you get that done first, you know, which is my thing, I always do the easy task first and then I'll do the harder things later, or fit them in when I can, but I'm going to do the harder things, like probably message first, and then I will do the easier ones as I can go along, like after the school run or something like that, definitely. And also they also said about, don't do your DMO, Juice Plus, a business, and be a mum at the same time. Focus on one and then come back to and do the other. So like maybe fit it in, like say half an hour in the morning, do a bit of your DMO, then be your mum, do the school run, etc., then go back to your DMO. And, you know, rather than try to balance both, which is what I do quite often. Like sometimes I make a shake, I'll take my capsules, take a picture, but then I'm doing also the lunches and things like that, so I can, you know, really, I must focus on one or the other without having to do both at the same time. Definitely. What else? I'm just looking at my notes. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, prepare posts. So I'm going to set myself once a week to do prepare my posts and write them down, and yeah, really focus on making sure my posts and stories, and know what I'm doing every day instead of just doing it because I need to do it. So and then it kind of will relate to what I'm doing, and it will make more sense rather than willy-nilly kind of thing, I think. So yeah. So yeah, and also use time wisely. So say I work in the evenings and I can't always jump on the calls with you girls, then I will watch it back whilst I'm maybe walking to pick the kids up from school rather than in the morning. So something like that. Or if I'm at the gym, I plug it in then whilst I'm on the treadmill or doing my, like, whatever I'm doing in the gym. So that's definitely something that I've got to work on.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah.
It's so good, isn't it? And it's so true. Like, you can fit this into like the pockets of your day. That's what's so good about the business. So yeah, I absolutely love that. I love that they said as well, like, don't be a mum and do your DMO at the same time. Like, do them separately. I love that, because I think it can be like, oh God, I've got to do this. Oh, and I've got to make this. So it's really good that you can like allocate time towards actually, you know, doing your DMO and then just go be mum. I think that's so important, Jo. So I love that you've taken that away. And then the no extra time as well. So fit in those Zoom calls, the you know, personal development in no extra time, I think is really, really powerful as well. So so thank you so much. So was that one of the first parties you've been to as well?
No.
Which was the first event? Which was your first event that you went to?
Well, it was in Brighton. I literally just signed up, so Brighton, but I only went for that one day that they did it in. And then the second one was in Edinburgh, which I really loved.
Love that. And it's I think every event has different energy, and you can always take something new away, and there's a different emotion behind it. And one of the things that I really took away from this time was that I can't remember who said it, but find some goals that emotionally drive you. I think that's so important. So have an emotional attachment to your goal, you know, and really get deep on why you want the things. What difference is it going to make to your life? So I'm just really excited to see where this takes you, babe. Like, it was so lovely to spend time with you, and I really hope you get a good night's sleep tonight. So yeah, it was great fun. Oh, thank you so much, lovely, for coming on and speaking. So I'm going to pass over to Amy now. So Ames, do you want to bring one of your speakers on, lovely?
Who wants to speak next, guys?
Who's coming on? Who's coming on? What
Karen's waving.
Yeah.
Come on, Karen. It's so good to see you, Karen. I think Karen just came for the day. There she is.
I did. I just came for the day because Friday was my birthday, and I gave up the Saturday of my birthday weekend to come and be with you guys on the train coming up to Birmingham, because it's only a short train ride for me. So I just came for the day, but it was worth every minute. And I think the thing that I really took away was that I need to have, I'm just moving because the dog is going to start barking in a minute. I need to have a clear vision, and I now have it clear in my head that by next summer I want to give up my job, and I just want to do Juice Plus. So that is my goal. I'm quite good at planning my week. Some days I'm much better than others, so consistency is key for me. But I really need to have that vision that I can be consistent enough and brave enough to take that step. As much as I really love my job, I don't love the stress of my job sometimes, and life is too short, as I know only too well. You never know what's around the corner, and I don't want to waste another minute working 4 days a week for sometimes 10 hours a day when I could be having a business and earning an income and being able to give up my job. So that's my goal for the year ahead. Jeanette is cheering for me. Thank you. And there was one other thing, and it's just escaped my mind. I was thinking, oh, I must say about that. And I can't remember what it was. But the big thing for me is, I've got to have that vision. Recruitment is the other thing for me. Recruitment is the thing that I have got to smash in the next 3 months, really. If I want to build what I've got already, then I need to have some solid team members. And I know once I get some, I'll be able to look after them and support them and do all of those things, because I do a lot of that kind of stuff in my day job anyway. It's just being brave enough to ask people and find people to come and join me. And obviously with the offers for the rest of this month, then that's a massive opportunity. And I feel like it's much easier to ask the question because of those offers.
Karen, that's absolutely amazing. You have made me go all teary and goose pimply, because as leaders in this business, we just want to help other people feel and do as amazing as what we are, and we want to help you too. So I'm so going to get a plan together with Wendy and you, and we're absolutely. Can everyone hear me, by the way? I'm absolutely so excited for you that you've made the decision, because that is absolutely
excited.
That is because you can hear in my voice. That is absolutely amazing, Karen. Like I've said in the chat, you've already grown so much. You've started doing lives. you're coachable, you're doing what Wendy is suggesting that you do, and that is absolutely phenomenal. I'm so pleased you got that from this event. I really am. You can so do that, Karen, and I know how important that is to you, because life is not guaranteed to any of us, is it? And I know you've already been through that. No,
it isn't. And I think why do I want to waste the next 4 years working my arse off? I'm finally in an amazing new relationship, and it's coming up to a year. I never thought I'd find anybody to replace Martin, and I have. And he's going to be giving up work by next summer and retiring, and I want to give up my job at the same time and manage my business and go on loads of holidays and have a nice time. That's my goal.
Absolutely, Karen. You can so do that, and you're inspiring all of us on here. And like you say, you just need to get team. But what you've just said to us in that last little bit, they are your posts. They are your stories. They are your comments. They are your conversations to people. That's exactly what you've just said. So when this recording comes out, you need to go back over that, and you need to post about all of those things you've just spoken about.
Okay.
Promise me?
Yeah.
Because that you've just created a year's worth of posts in what you've just said. And that goes for everyone listening to this. It really does. I cannot stress that enough. We have it right within inside of us. We've just got to let it out. And that's literally all we've got to do. Why do we want to do this business? Why? Why are we here? What is it all about? And that's the excitement of it. So sorry, I'll shut up and let you go and carry on. That's amazing. And let you carry on, Karen, if you need to.
No, I don't need to. I think I've said it all. And I'm looking forward to hearing what anybody else has got to say.
Oh, amazing, Karen. Oh my God, who can I feel this energy? It's like electric. It's just insane. Absolutely insane. So Meals, I'll hand back to you. You've got a girl, I think. You're next. I can't get my words out. I just hand back to
you. You're fine. So guys, that was amazing. Karen, I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm literally so happy for you. It's so nice to hear that you found someone, and you've got all these lovely goals moving forward. So happy for you, my lovely. So I'm now going to bring on Emma. Emma Darling is one of our Zumba girls up on the stage at every conference without fail. Her and Shafina at the front. As soon as that music comes on, they are up there and they are shaking the thing. And we're so proud of you. And I can't wait to hear, what you're going to share with us, Emma, because it was amazing, wasn't it? So give us your top tips, my lovely, of the weekend.
Honestly, I thought I was going to break my neck in those heels, but I managed to get through it. And everybody kept coming up to me as well, and they were like, "Oh, well done in those boots, like they were really high and all this." And I was like, "Yeah, I thought I was going to like break my neck or something, but it was fine." Fine, right. So, firstly, like, events are just so amazing. Like, there's no other feeling. So a lot of them, we're talking about, it's hard to say, like, obviously we've all got reasons for not being able to be there and things like that. They're not necessarily like excuses. However, sometimes they are excuses, and sometimes they're reasons, and sometimes you have to look at those, whether they're excuses or reasons, and really what effort can you make to try and get to these events, because they are just so, like, there's nothing like it. The feeling that you get when you're there is like no other. You could be sat on here and we get like goosebumps every now and again, when we're talking, and you get to feel a little bit of the excitement. But when you're there, it's just a whole different feeling. It's like, when you go and like watch a film and it makes you feel quite emotional, like the amount of times that people were stood on that stage and like make it like welling up and stuff, like it just hits you, and it's so powerful, and it just really touches you. So that's one thing, is just, if you really want this, get to the events, because they can just literally change everything to do with mindset and how you look at things and your vision and what you want for this business. And something that Laura is it Callahan? Is that how you say her last name? She says that you will maintain a business that you will feel at the time you deserve. So if you don't feel like you really deserve much, or you know, you're just sort of I'm in and ahhing, that's the kind of business you're going to have. It's not going to really show up for much. So you have to have that self-belief to help you build a bigger business that you actually feel you deserve, and give yourself credit for everything that you're doing as well. Like, who was it that said that? I think it was Mary and Seamus, sorry, who said, you know, give yourself credit for everything that you do. You know, don't put yourself down for the things that you don't do. You know, really give yourself that credit for everything that you do. You know, sometimes we don't get all those posts done that we want to do, or get, you know, those messages out to everybody that we want to. But, you know, what you do, you've got to give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, exactly. As Amy said, you know, they talk about, so Mary and Seamus, I can't say his name. Anyway,
I think
they said,
Seamus.
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 Hey, I got
It's
it.
definitely Seamus.
Right. They said, I should just call them Mr. and Mrs. Penrose. Anyway, they said, you know, are you building to lay bricks? Are you building to build a wall? Or are you building an empire? Hey, I love Jeanette's reaction. Brilliant. You know, we all want to build that empire, like, but me saying it doesn't necessarily like give the emotion that they did when they explained it. And again, that is why you've got to get to an event sometimes. They said, do it for the bigger picture, not just for the money. You know, we want to do this for everybody, like Jeanette was saying, you know, for Karen, and you know, for any of our team members that we've got in our team at the moment. You know, we want to do it for each other as well. You know, we're all here for each other. We're all geeing each other on, but we got to do it for everybody, not just ourselves. And that sometimes can really accelerate your business in a way. But if your vision is clear in that way, then it'll be more successful than just focusing on yourself all the time. So, yeah, exactly. Win together. Use your energy to fuel the fire and the vision. You know, it really does make a difference. The more energized you are, the more people will feel that passion inside you that you're giving off, and then they just believe in it. They believe in you. They believe in the product. Otherwise, they don't. They're not going to, you know, otherwise they would have just bought it off the website without you needing you. Do you know what I mean? Ross said, shout loud and proud. You know, what have you got to lose really at the end of the day? You know, and don't shy away from the lack of comments and likes on social media. That's not the be all and end all. There's a lot of people just watching, and then as soon as you see them or you meet up with them or whatever it might be, they say, you know, I really like that post, or oh, I missed something that you would normally do. Like, for instance, I've got a customer in one of my groups that I work with, and I saw her the other day when I was at training, and she was like, oh, I'm loving your WhatsApp group with all the customers in. I know I don't interact that much, but you know, it's really lovely to see. And oh, I really love those card reading things that you sometimes put out. So I do Choose a Card Tuesday. Basically, I just put in a website, but sometimes I draw these universe cards for them, and they have to pick one. And she goes, oh, you did do it on Tuesday. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot, you know. And it's things like that. They really do notice when you don't do something, and it's the same on social media. Now, Dan Aldridge said, so if you want a good sort of leadership / recruitment kind of self-development kind of book, I don't know who it's by because I haven't quite looked, but it's on Amazon, and it's a 21 Laws of Leadership, and I'm pretty sure that you can probably get it as an Audible as well, or listen to it on YouTube. I don't know, something like that. For anybody that's like me that prefers to listen to things. So 21 Laws of Leadership he recommended, and he also said, you know, success leaves clues. And I mentioned this in, I think, one of the lives I did in the Team Feel Good Club Facebook group, about following those people within the business that are successful. They're successful for a reason. Follow what they do. Easy, done. You know, that's all you really need to do. And again, I'm just going to repeat it. Stories on your Facebook or your Instagram are stories for a reason. They're a story of your life. They want to see you being you, the good, the bad, the ugly, because that's what they relate to. And they don't want to see the same old picture and this and that, you know, same old cat and dog video, funny, not funny, whatever. But they want to see like what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, because people are so nosy. And then, you know, something to talk about, because when you next see them, they'll be like, oh, you know, whatever it was that you posted about. And that starts a conversation, and it's so good. So yeah, there were so many notes I took, and there's just not enough time to tell them all. But let me just do one last one from Mr. and Mrs. Penrose. 4 top tips. You must connect with people. Okay, so that's events, social media, face-to-face. And I must say, for me, face-to-face has changed it. My whole situation with the business and everything, face-to-face is so powerful, because they can feel it, they can see your energy, your passion and everything, and they can connect with you more on a face-to-face basis. Just get out there and do it, you know, and just deal with it when it comes to it. You know, it builds your confidence the more you do it, and you're doing it with probably the closest people to you first, and then you're building on that. Invite tired invite people to the opportunity. Okay, and again, that's something I need to work on, definitely, but I'm starting to do that more. This SP school that we've got is fantastic, and that's something that I've noticed that I'm doing a bit more now. You've got to follow up. Don't leave it too long, because otherwise you're just not getting it done, basically, and they go elsewhere or they forget. And yeah, make sure you follow up, and then make sure that you close the sale or the opportunity. Otherwise it's just pointless. So they're the 4 top tips that they gave.
I absolutely love that, Emma. Thank you so much. And I just think the way that you spoke then, and that passion that came through you, is just amazing. And that, like you say, that's really truly what an event does, doesn't it? It gives you that, like, it ignites something inside of you. And, you know, this is what we always have to remember. Like you said, events are what keeps us going, but it's what like recharges us. It gives us that inspiration. And I love that you said that, you know, let's all do this for each other, not just for ourselves, because when you know, there's that saying, service to many leads to greatness. And when you do serve the people and you realize that you're not actually trying to get all the sales, it's about who can you help, it completely changes the energy. So rather than going, right, I'm going to get 10 sales this month, and of course it's a sale, but if you change your mindset and think, right, how many people can I help? How many people can I help improve their skin? What challenge can I set? And invite them to that. Like, people will start to gravitate. And when you see yourself as that messenger rather than a seller, it just changes everything. And you become this person that has value, and you give, and you become the team. You become a team, and you bring people with you. Whereas when you are somebody that does it for yourself, you're usually quite like on your own, and you don't really have a you know, you don't really get very far, perhaps. So I love that helping each other, do it for each other. And you know what, I was having a conversation with someone at a convention, and they were like, oh yeah, the party was so good, we're so lucky. And I just said, you know, it's so important. We have to get to work so the company can give us these parties. You know, it's all well and good, like, you know, sometimes it not being what we want it. But you know what, guys, like, if we want to have big celebrations, if we want to have big parties, if we want to, you know, be there and, you know, be up on stage and be celebrated, we've got to do that work. We've got to do that for the company. You know, they're going to put those on for us if we do the do. So, you know, like we always say, we've got the best product, the best opportunity. We've just got to get to work now, and that's it. Just dig the heels in. And one of my favorite things that I learned just recently, that I've always known, but it's become more of like an aware thought in my head, is that the thing that you're putting off is usually the thing that is going to get you the best and the most results, and you're going to get the most growth from, that's going to move you closer to where you want to be. So just have a think in your head, like, what is the 1 or 2 things that you're perhaps not doing enough of right now? or you're not doing at all and you're just thinking, oh, I'm just not going to do that, I'm just going to not do it, because that's probably the thing that you need to go and address, that you need to do. And like Emma said, maybe it's inviting, maybe you don't do that at all. And you know, practice doesn't make perfect, but like Aim says, it makes progress, and you get better by doing. So taking that action and do those things that feel scary, and ask for support from somebody if you don't know how to start. But all you have to do is put one foot in front of the other. I'm going to pass back over to you, Ames. Thanks, Emma, so much. That was so inspiring. You're amazing. Love you so much, and had such a great weekend with you and Gail. It was just so much fun. So Ames, I'm going to bring you on, babe.
Amazing. So Kelly, do you want to unmute yourself and share what you liked about the weekend? Because I think that was your first convention for a long time. I think you went to one, you were saying, the Great Gatsby one in Birmingham, like in 2017 or 18, I think.
We're pajamas, me.
It's fine. Are you there? Oh, there she is.
I can't find her. Where is she?
She's there. Hey, Kel.
Hey.
I'm on iPad. For some reason, my camera's not very good on this.
Right, we can hear you anyway, and we can kind of see you. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's just like
Carol,
I'm still like high on energy, if I'm honest.
Can you share with us then, what was your biggest, was there like a speaker, or what's your one biggest takeaway from the weekend?
What I think is really, really good, of obviously when you listen to other people, it's you get to see what other people have done in the business that have worked for them as well. So it's a case of, if something's not working for you, then you might have to change it. But it's all down to the fact that you've got to be genuine. You've got to be yourself. You can't be like trying to put this person on that you're not. And it's a case of, they don't put somebody that sees somebody who's have this perfect life and so perfect all the time. It doesn't work like that. It's a case of, everybody's got a story, everybody's been through stuff, and everybody's got their own motivation. And that's why when Emma Snedden at the end gave her speech, and obviously she said, you need to get that rawness, you need to get that gut feeling that makes you feel like that obviously. And it's that literally makes you want to cry that much, that it fetches that emotion out to make you want to actually better everything. And obviously using this business as an opportunity, as a stepping stone to do that, and just the amazing opportunity that we all have, that it's a case of anybody can join and anybody can do it. But obviously if you find your passion and your reason why, it just fuels you to do better and be better. And just like, you need to show up for yourself. You've got to come on the calls, and like Joe said, if she misses a call, she watches it back. If I miss a call, I watch it back. And it's a case of, if you're not watching the calls back and you're not learning and everything else. And I can't remember who it were now. It might have been Dan. Dan used a different, like, similar type thing for it, but we've always said it as, your mind's got to be a sponge. You've got to literally go in on convention, your mind is a sponge, and everything that people are saying, everything that they're talking about, every way of learning to do something in a different way that could help you and could work for you, you're absorbing everything and you're taking everything in, as well as all the energy from all these people in this same room that want the same thing, that are working towards the same thing, that it's like you come back, and even if it's just one shitty person in your life, you just like bog off, because you don't want to fetch that energy back down, because you've been on a high that much. You're literally drunk on a high from the amazing atmosphere that you get while you're there. So it's just the people that you're with, obviously you don't want that to end type thing when you come away from it either. I'm so bummed up.
Oh, Kel, I love that. I absolutely love that. And I think it's so true. It's just seeing everybody and being able to hear and listen. And like, I just think it's so true, like what you're saying about your mind being a sponge as well. It's so important to always be, learning and coachable, taking notes at these events and learning, and just surrounding yourself with like-minded, positive people who are lifting you up. And didn't we have fun? We had so much fun as well doing those reels. And I'm just so excited as well. The next event, like, that's what I just get so excited for.
My feet are still hurting. I've been trying to walk around the house, and I've been in the bath to try and ease them off, and my balls and my feet are still killing me from all dancing.
Oh, that dancing!
I've got about 1 million videos to post in the group that I haven't even got round to posting yet. I got banned from posting. They
Oh,
banned me from posting. I'd posted that much.
oh no, it was absolutely amazing.
But I just think everyone's outfits were just incredible as well. And it's just the atmosphere of, obviously, that you always have that theme, because it were the last one I went, well, it was my first convention as well. It was the Great Gatsby one. And we all looking at the pictures now for how much I've grown as a person from then to now. It's just, and it's from having these people around you that strive every day to make you want to better yourself, and it makes you want to better yourself. And it's just, you just, even if you're stuck in the business at the minute, you're not doing much, you're not wanting to move forward, it's still the people that are there. But I said to Amy, I said, while we were sat there, I went, I'm going to have an ND, didn't I, Amy?
Yes, you did.
And so it's the case of my next 6 months, I'm just going to be so focused and so aligned with just absorbing everything. And I think what I'm going to do to help that is to read more personal development books as well. Because I know the one down that they said as well, that about the 21 thingies that John said. And it's just like, you just need to take everything in, what everyone's saying, because at the end of the day, all it is that is advice that could help you as well.
Yeah. 21 laws of leadership, wasn't it?
Because he also said, there was that other phrase that he said, didn't he, as well? He said, if you rest for too long, the weeds will take your garden.
Yeah, I love that as well. There's so many good bits, like even from like each speaker. I just was looking at my notes from what Dan Aldridge said, and I just want to quickly say, he said about, and obviously, you know, it's really hard to be able to get this across to you guys on a Zoom if you weren't there, you weren't in the room, and I'm obviously probably not going to deliver it as well as obviously what they are able to do on the day. But basically, Dan was saying that he did like a presentation about being from carpenter to PMD, and he was saying that he was working 45 to 50 hours per week to always be broke. He was working 8 till 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out. And he went to an event, and Alex Webb said that Alex Webb said to Dan at an event, you have everything in your life because of who you are. So you have everything in your life right now because of who you are, which is crazy if you really think about that. And so for things to change, you have to change. And so I think he was saying that at the time he was earning like £12.50 an hour. So Alex was saying that you're turning up with that £12.50 per hour like energy, and you're given that value of £12.50 an hour. You're a £12.50 an hour person. And Dan said to him, how do I become like £1,000 an hour person? And Alex said that the service to many leads to greatness. So serve the many. And it took him, I like this bit as well, it took him 5 weeks to get his first customer and 6 weeks to get his first team member. And that we all see it so much. He said this, but I know I see it, and so many, I know like Millie see it, I know a lot of you will see it. So many people quit way too soon, way too early. And I think that Harriet, who's his wife, who's in the business with him, I think she got customers quicker than him, but it took him 5 weeks to get his first customer. And I think that just shows that don't give up. And that's all that Dan's ever done, I think, really. And what a lot of people who have been successful, they've just never ever given up. And the other thing that let's just finish with this bit, he said, so because he was a carpenter making furniture, he would just get paid once. So he would make that piece of furniture, it would, you know, be for the warehouse, they'd take it out to that person's home, and he'd get paid for that piece of furniture once. And he said, like, with this business, and he kind of talked us through like his graph and kind of the ups and the downs of his business. And he says, like, this business is like building like a pipeline of cash that you're gonna then get paid on for like the rest of your life. And I really, really liked that. I love that sort of analogy and way of talking about it, that he would make furniture before, and he would spend, you know, however, like an hour, 2 hours making a piece of furniture that he'd get paid for it at once. With this business, you can, you know, put in, you know, if you think about like a 90-day game plan, for example, he was saying that one of his first ever 90-day game plans, like he's still getting paid on that now. and it's this business like building like a pipeline of cash, and I can 100% relate to that as well. I believe that some of the 90-day game plans I've done in the past, that I'm still getting paid on that now, and that's what this business is. It's you know, you might have to sacrifice some time to put into this, but then, you know, you can get that in your future. You can then, you know, if you give up time to put into the business, you can then have more time in the future and more money in the future, because it's like building a pipeline of cash, and it's something that you can build for your future. So I really, really liked that way of him talking about that. So yeah, there's just some little bits there from Dan Aldridge that I really, really liked. So Mills, I'll hand back to you.
Thank you, my love. I love that. I'm not going to say too much tonight because my voice is just not pleasant to listen to, so I'm so sorry. But what is so super exciting that is starting from tomorrow is, if you haven't seen it already, which I'm pretty sure you have, is that they came on stage and they announced something so mega exciting. Let me just remove, Kel's put me up here. And 50% off, guys. 50% off sign up. So this is the best time. December is never going to be quiet because you're not going to be quiet. December is only a quiet month if you're quiet, if you decide that it's going to be quiet. So they have given us 50% off the sign up fee. And if you're excited about that, please show me some love and some energy in the chat and tell me that you're excited, because this can be a game changer on the run up to the new year, getting people signed up. You can offer this to every single person, that the sign up fee is 25 quid instead of 50. And you can offer it to every single person that buys a product off you, because if somebody's buying shakes and capsules off you guys, they're going to make more commission on signing up to the business than it's going to cost to sign them up. And then anything else they get after that is going to make a profit for them. It's going to get cheaper products. So it's an absolutely phenomenal time. You can say to them, look, I've got an opportunity for you to open your own friends and family account, because I love that name that Amy and Jeanette have said before. You can just say you're opening up an account, and you know, you can get some, you know, money off products, and when we have limited edition products, you can get your hands on them first, and you can obviously share this with your friends. Like, it's just an incredible time, and we've got a month to do it. We've got a month. Okay, so what I want you to do tonight is, before you go to bed, write down some goals of what you want to achieve in terms of recruitment. Like, how many people, not do you want, how many people are you going to decide to sign up? And I think when you decide, you know, it doesn't matter like how, you don't need to know how. When you make that decision, the universe responds differently. On the 50% sign up last time, guys, I said that I wanted to get 10 new team members, and I got 8 new team members that month. You know, that's one of my best ever months. So if I can do that, you can too. And I was just like, I don't even know where these people are going to come from, but I'm so excited because I'm going to change so many people's lives with this £25 sign up fee, that I was going out there telling everybody, and I was excited that everybody needed to be a part of this. You know, why wouldn't you, in this world, there's everything that's going on right now, why wouldn't you want to come and be a part of that incredible room, that community, the positivity, the support, the love, the fun, the friendships, and this incredible chance to get to, you know, to get to earn money that is passive, and it basically just builds itself. You know, you can get a customer tomorrow that will stay with you for the rest of your life. You'll get paid for the rest of your life. Okay. I can't remember who told me this was years ago, but if you get someone on the premium capsules over the course of a number of years, say a lifetime of say 40-50 years, that person can earn you anything between, depending on what they order, like 8 and 10 grand, one person, if they stay with you on the capsules. So just imagine that, like, you know, just go out there and speak to people and be that messenger, and just get super excited and get sharing about it, because, you know, we're getting into the colder months now, guys. People are going to need to pay their energy bills, and this is a way that you can help them do that. You know, the company are throwing money at us right now. It's so exciting. Ames, do you just want to add anything about that?
Just that, yeah, I'm super excited, guys, and the time is now. Like, let's get to work. I feel like I want to just absolutely smash this now and get to work, and just continue with what we're doing. Oh, look, Mum's up. She's unmuted herself.
If you girls think,
where's your cigarette?
if I was going to go and find it, but I thought no, it doesn't look so good. It looked very good last night, but not tonight. If you girls think you're closing now and not letting me speak, then you've got another thing coming. So, were you just closing?
I was waiting to bring you on, Jeanette.
Oh.
I was just about to bring you on, Mum.
Yeah. No way that was going to be a call without you, Jeanette.
Don't worry, we wouldn't let that. Well, I don't think you'd let that happen either.
So I want to try and be quick. So I want to know, have you all listened to your favourite group, pop star, on a record or on the radio? And they sound amazing, don't they? But then when you go and watch them in concert, what a difference it is. That's what these events do to you. They really, really do. They really knock it up a notch. I can't say it enough. I really can't. So that's one thing I wanted to say. Amy's covered the Dan Aldridge things. One thing Dan did say was the ABC. We need to be doing the ABC. The ABC. Always be closing. And so many of us don't close, all right? We don't close this amazing opportunity. We chat to them. Yeah, the shakes are amazing, and you get this and you get 90 serve, all of that. We don't ask the question at the end of it. And one thing I loved about what Mary and Seamus said is they close with this sentence, which I think is really good. So, guys, it's worked for me. She says for me and Seamus. So I could say it worked for me and Amy. It's worked for me and my family. It's worked for me and whoever you want to say. It's been the best yes I've ever said. Are you ready to get started? So she's thrown in there some emotion about it. She's thrown in there some emotion, which you know, so yeah, it's worked for me. These shakes have worked for me. They've been amazing. They've helped me with my hormones or whatever, helped me with my energy. It's been the best yes I've ever said. Are you ready to get started on them? So you must write that down. You must close. You must have a good closure of whatever, me included, not just everyone else, but me included. So you must do that. The other thing that they said is so many pockets of the day are being missed in your DMO, in your Juice Plus business. Only you know that. Now, I'll tell you something. I went and stayed away with my mum, and my mum a couple of months ago. And I said to the lady, we stayed there. Yeah, I got up at 5:30. And she said, oh, Jeanette, she says, 10 hours. You've been working nearly 5 hours. I thought, shit, I have. What the fuck have I got done? What have I actually got to show for it? When she put it, obviously I was creeping around in her house. I was trying to find where the lights were. I'd got to set up where to put the laptop, all of those sort of things. I did my morning call, all of those sorts of things. But when she actually said that, you've been working nearly 5 hours, Jeanette, and you must have got so much done. No, I hadn't. That was a bit of a light bulb moment to me. So you know yourself, the pockets of the day that you are missing. I don't need to know what pockets you're missing. You do. So be honest and be real with yourself about the pockets of the day that you are missing. So that's really good. Keep the pot simmering and don't take it off the hob. That's another great thing. That means you're posting. That means you're messaging. That means you being a product of the product, all of those sorts, whatever it means to you, whatever it is. If you've taken the pot off the hob, you're not doing yourself justice. So you must keep the pot simmering and keep the pot on the hob. So I want you to make sure about that. And again, we need to change our morning habits and work smarter. Maybe you roll over in bed. Maybe you could work smarter. I've just had scheduling come up on my phone from the professional thingy jiggle on Facebook. So I'm looking forward to being able to schedule some posts this evening for tomorrow morning, that I don't have to fuck around with that in the morning. So that's going to be helping me work smarter in the morning and help me change up my morning habits. So you need to do the same. We still have these 6:30 calls in the morning. There's no reason why people can't get on while you're driving, while you're going somewhere, whatever it is. And just get your face on the picture, for goodness sakes. That's something to do. Even if you're only on for 15 minutes, whatever. So that's a great thing to do. And it's just the thing I picked up from this is use your time wisely. And because this shouldn't feel like work, it should be enjoyable. There is going to be an exciting new Juice Plus Connect coming up, which is really exciting. If you ever used Teamsy before, which is an app on your phone to help you stay connected with all your follow-ups, this is going to be amazing. This is coming up. It's being trialed by 3 or 4, a handful of people in the business. We spoke to Hayley that's been trialing it, and it is going to be an absolute game changer. It will tell you when to follow up. It will tell you all your reorders. It's connected to your office. It's connected to your teams, your potentials, your customers, all your connections, as much or as little as you want. And if you're feeling overwhelmed and think, oh, I couldn't possibly do that, that would have been me thinking that in the past. You will be able to do it, because you can train yourself, you can learn. If you've learned to use Facebook, you can do that. So that will be absolutely amazing. I'm not going to go into too much more detail about that. The girls might do that next week. And like Seamus kept saying about the builder and the empire builder, are you a builder of bricks, of a wall, or are you building your empire? That really struck home to me. And one thing he also said that I thought was really funny and I really loved: builders leave early, but empire builders stay late. So write that down and have that. So have that written down as well, because that's so important. So yeah, Amy and I had to share notebooks because we'd forgotten a pen and a notebook each, or one of us had, so we were in a muddle. So we had to keep sharing it and swapping it over. So we haven't written down as much as we would have liked. I'd love to have heard some of these again, because they were amazing, weren't they, Amy and Millie and all the girls, you know. And it's so good to hear you all, because you all pick up different things. Yeah. There's so many other things, but like I say, you know, when you listen to your favorite pop star on the radio, yes, you might have a good boogie in the car, but it isn't as good as if you're in the audience. And yes, I was absolutely fabulous. I had a fab time. I had lipstick and red lipstick, a giant mobile phone. You must have seen the pictures. A fag in my mouth all night, which Millie thought was hilarious that I kept the character going all bloody night.
So good.
It was so much fun. You must go and watch our stories and things. And it was so good to do the reels together, girls. I can't tell you enough. I've been frightened of doing reels. I don't like doing them in public, all of that sort of thing. Amy's helped me through that, and we helped the other girls through that yesterday. And that was so much fun. So go and find someone to follow on Instagram that you think you can copy some of their reels, and save the reels by clicking the little bit at the bottom. You can save the reels so that you can show us next time together, and we can do them all together, because that's what we need to do. You can't suddenly find reels that day when you're at an event. You need to have them planned beforehand. And I did some training with Camilla and Beata. And who would imagine that I would be teaching them to do reels, Amy, when 6 months ago I was crying doing reels in despair. So yeah, if I could do this, if I can help teach someone else, I know sure as hell anyone else can. And that's what I love so much. We're all here together to help people. So I love you and leave you with all of that. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you lots. It was amazing.
Woo! Love that. That was incredible. From absolutely fabulous. Woohoo! So everyone, turn to your right and say, "You're gonna be an empire builder. You're gonna build an empire." That's what we had to do in the convention. Turn to your right and say, "You're gonna build an empire." That was right, wasn't it? Let's check my notes. Yeah, you're gonna build an empire. Yeah, you're gonna build an empire.
Oh, you finished. Oh, I love it. You're going to build an empire. I don't make it sound as good as you right now because my throat is so bad. But listen, wow, what a call. Girls, thank you so much. Let's put our cameras on. Let's all jump on for a photo, because how good does it look that everybody's seen us off on our, you know, fun trip to the convention, and we've only been away from each other for what, like 12 hours, not even that, like, and we're all back on a call together. Like, they must feel like they're missing out, surely. So thank you so much for jumping on. Like, let's see your beautiful faces, everybody. So good to see so many of you.
Who's coming to the next event? That's what I want to know. Who had FOMO? Like, I want to come to the next one. Yay! We can't wait.
I'm still wearing last night's outfit.
Oh, it's beautiful, Dana. We love it. Is anybody going to Jingle and Mingle on the 2nd of December?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. Steffi, you're coming too. Amazing. Who else?
Jingle, 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 jingle.
I can't wait to get dressed up and glittered up for Christmas. So if anybody wants to come, just obviously reach out and we can give you the details. It's gonna be good fun. Christmas party time. That's what that's all about. And then obviously there's not really an event. It's more of like a bit of a get together celebration, good for social. So right, I'm going to do a photo now. Kels, are you coming back on? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh,
1.
cheers.
Oh yeah, we had to count the new year in, didn't we? Do you remember at the party, like John?
Oh my God, that was hilarious, wasn't it? Happy New Year.
So this is like the Juice Plus New Year. We're starting our new year early, guys. So imagine that tomorrow is like 1st of January.
Hey, are we ready? Right, big smiles, girls. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cheese. Amazing. I'll pop that in the group for everybody. Thank you for an amazing call. Thank you for an amazing weekend, everybody that came, and can't wait to spend some more time with you in the next events coming. And yeah, just get to events if you're unsure of anything. Like, you just kind of find your certainty at events. You find your God, yeah, this is why I'm doing that. This is what I'm here for. So like I said at the beginning, get some really emotional goals written down, like what difference is, that next bonus going to do for you, and the next one, like really close your eyes and think about what difference that's going to make to your life. And if you could be that £1,000 person. Hello?
Can I just ask, because someone's just put in our chat, did you get the countries that it's across for the, for the off-price sign-up? And how it's for a full month? Is it from the date, obviously starting 21st to 21st, was it?
It's from tomorrow. All the details will be dropped in the NMD group, I imagine, on a flyer tomorrow. So we'll drop it for you, Kels. So all the questions, we'll make sure that you've got all those details for start to finish. So we'll make sure that you've got all of that, my lovely. And what country. So
Thank you.
That's okay, my love. So have a good evening, everybody. Have a good rest, and let's absolutely smash the last week of November. God, can you believe it already? Let's have a good one, guys. Have an amazing evening. We'll see you soon.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
speakers.
I can't wait to see you all at the next event as well. Have a nice evening. Sleep well.